Online incivility, as defined by Zizi Papagiorisi, is a set of behaviors that threaten democracy, deny people their personal freedoms, and stereotype social groups. Online incivility can range from flaming, an offensive, senseless online response, to doxing, or release of very personal information, like your phone number or credit card information, to trolling, an insult with the aim of eliciting a response and making people upset. Trolling has been around since the early days of the internet, and as Matthias Schwartz describes, denotes someone who intentionally disrupts online communities. Yet, as the internet evolves and trolling continues to grow, trolls are further defined by Joel Stein as monsters who hide in the darkness and threaten people. Trolls participate in online communities in order to gain lulls, or laughs, that represent how much they have disrupted another's emotional equilibrium. While trolls gain a sense of pride and think that their pranks are funny, they have a large impact on the online community. In the past, trolls have manipulated Facebook memorial pages to mock people's deaths, forced New York Times reporter Jonathan Weissman to quit Twitter as he continually received anti-Semitic messages, and even threatened to rape the 5-year-old daughter of feminist writer Jessica Valenti. Most notably, however, is the incident of Gamergate. Gamergate involves the online harassment of video game developer Zoe Quinn. She created the game Depression Quest that the gaming community did not appreciate at all. Quinn was accused by her ex-boyfriend that she was in an unethical relationship with a video game journalist who reviewed her games. After this information leaked, Quinn was targeted on multiple internet platforms. Trolls threatened to kill and rape her. They released her personal information for the world to see, including her parents' home address. Even though the threats and hate messages have died down, Quinn's exposure to repeated trauma led her to a diagnosis of PTSD. Those who participated in Gamergate not only hurt Quinn, but later banded together to create what is now known as the alt-right. The alt-right grew out of 4chan, where anonymous users post images that are graphic, obscene, and distasteful. Together, in opposition to Quinn and her femininity, the alt-right uses trolling as their way of political activism. The alt-right is generally sexist and racist. They're defined by Jason Hanan as the new generation for conservative rebels in support of Donald Trump. The alt-right trolls and harasses other users to get their message across. When mindsets like these dominate a site, it leaves the powerless without a voice. Those participating in online incivility prevent others from sharing their opinions. Continued harassment not only inhibits the activity of regular site users, but also their freedom of speech. Women, people of color, and marginalized members of society are too scared to share their opinions, so instead they concede their voice to dominant groups. In a poll conducted by Time magazine, almost 80% of people had avoided discussing a topic because they feared online response. People are additionally targeted as trolls have the mindset that if people can't handle their pranks, then they should just leave. Trolls promote an online incivility that is damaging and demoralizing. Incivility cultivates in an online environment due to the many affordances of the internet, that including mass connectivity, visibility, and social norms. The internet allows people to find others with similar values and bond over their beliefs. Additionally, the internet and many social media platforms influence whether or not people are uncivil. The design of certain platforms can contribute to how information is relayed. On another note, the anonymity of the internet makes it easier to target victims because they aren't seen as human. When people are anonymous online, they can be increasingly malicious because there are no repercussions for their actions. Similar to the ones in the real world, there are social and market norms that dictate people's actions on the internet. People tend to follow what other people are doing, so if more people are uncivil, they will inspire those around them to act in an uncivil manner too. As we are exposed to uncivil posts, images, and comments, they become the norm and lead us to believe that they are acceptable. Continued online incivility can lead to a decrease in political efficacy and online political participation. The internet will become more polarized. In order to change the current internet process, we have to adjust our online presence. Through her article, Where are the Reasons We Can't Have Nice Things Online, journalist Whitney Phillips highlights how we need to think collectively on how to make the internet a less unfriendly environment. Currently, as Hanan emphasizes, the atmosphere of social media has become so poisoned by incivility that trolling can right to be said to be the new normal. Phillips additionally emphasizes how it's necessary to stop framing online harassment with the aggressor's terms, and that before we do anything online, we should think about the consequences of our actions. Platforms such as Twitter and Facebook need to take a side and benefit the users who actually have beneficial information to share. Social media platforms need to be transparent in what and who they value most. Online incivility will continue to manifest if we do not do anything about it. A change is needed because everyone deserves the right to have their voice heard on the internet, no matter their differences.